my name is Anakin Skywalker, and today we're back with this penultimate round of the AOR F1 season. We're for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Interlagos, very short circuit, qualifying lap times around the 110s, or under the 110s, around the 17, 18s and stuff like there. The circuit is short, as I said, just over 4 kilometers. 4.3 kilometers long. It has 2 directions down the main straight and down the back straight. 15 corners make up this short circuit. Half of them aren't even corners, half of them are just on the straight and like not really making an actual corner. In qualifying, we had an absolute mess. I'm trying to demonstrate this with my beautiful painting skills. This is the pit exit. This is the pit exit of the Interlagos circuit. That's the pit line right there. Out here we have some of the curbs that we don't want to hit, because then we end up absolutely losing it. Then here we have us in our beautiful, very beautiful Force India Formula 1 car. We're on our way out of the pits. We're on our way out of the pits for a first qualifying run, right after the session started, just loaded in our setup. But at the moment we're paused. This says paused, yes. So the moment we're paused, and the AI, I thought the AI was gonna drive the first part of the outlap, right? So it goes out of the pit lane. It turns a little bit, but not enough. So it goes into the wall. We hold in the wall for 10 seconds, get disqualified, and that means we're out of qualifying because of a mistake we did not even make. We had to set up our OBS and we're all fucked. Alright, so here we are on the grid for the Brazilian Grand Prix, going on to the formation lap in last place. Down in 15th behind Matteo. We wait a bit so we can test out our test out. In front, we have a couple of runners on soft tires. I think mostly the top 10 on super soft. So mostly 2-stop strategies for the top 10s. I don't know if there's anyone on soft tires or stuff like that, because that's probably what they'll need to make a 2-stop. I don't know. If you're very good at managing tires, you might be able to pull off a medium to soft, but oh well, who knows. You can see we're behind Matteo in one of the Mercedes cars, which is not really the best in this championship at the moment. We managed to get through the formation line without getting disqualified or anything. And we have heated up our tyres very nicely. We're going on to the grid. Hype is starting to come here for the Brazilian Grand Prix. But as we come up to the grid, we get this loading issue, right? We hold here for 1 minute 26 seconds before it's all over, which means we'll now have cold tyres. Everyone on the grid has cold tyres for the start of the race. We're on the grid for 500 lights, and we're underway for the Brazilian Grand Prix penultimate round of the season. We're underway. We get the getaway, and no, there's a car right in the way of where we're going, and we've had front wing damage right off the line, and that's a terrible start to the second last race of the season in AOR. I don't know if the guy did not start, if he crashed out during the start, or someone crashed into him during the start. But this means that we have now red front wing damage, have to make it back to the pits, and what a terrible race start. I don't know if the cold tires were what caught him out. I don't have an onboard or anything like that in that style, but we just know that it's a terrible thing for us, and we've now lost a buttload of time, and the hope for points is maybe a bit out of the way. We're running 13th at the moment, so it's only going to be doing 3 retirements. There's 13 out of 13 left at the moment, or we are 13 out of 13, so it's only 3 mistakes or DNFs, or actually only 2 before we... yeah, 3, and then we'll be promoted to 10th place and just get 1 point. If we can do that, I'm gonna be very happy. Very slow in lap, because of course of the red front wing damage that we got off the line. We brake early into the pits because we don't want to take any risks with the pit line. We don't want to make it way before time, but what a sad way to start off the second last round of the season, coming into the pits for a very long and painful pit stop. Freaking 10-second pit stop, even faster than Roman Grosjean still, because he's a fucking pleb and going extremely slow. So, out to the pits we now go. We're more than half a lap down to the rest of the field. So this will be one comeback drive. Let's hope we can just get points at least. Maybe if we can come back, people make mistakes, people retire and stuff like that. You can see we're going through turn 4. The leaders just crossed the line, so we're 2/3 of a lap down at the moment. We're on the medium tires, so we can make it into the race and probably go into the softs later on in the race. But really, we keep on going because we won't retire from this race. We're fighters, and we're gonna keep going until the bitter end. Whenever we retire for some reason because of a failure or something like that, just like in Mexico where we had some front wing damage as well. We got disqualified, which was a really bitter end. Not gonna lie. But we're going to be continuing on to the bitter end until something really terribly sad and bad happens. At the moment, we're cruising around lap number 4. We're trying to manage the tires so they can last long enough. Maybe we can go onto the super soft tires in the end if we manage to hold them up enough. In front of us, we have Kiviche in the Renault, and really we're just trying to settle into the race, have some nice tire wear. So we're going a bit faster than we were in the start, going faster and faster every single lap. But that's only than ourselves. Of course, we're medium, so we aren't really going with full speed. Here we're 3/10 down. Don't really know what happened, and Julio Massa has crashed out, which means that's one DNF/mistake for other guys, and well, an advantage for us. We move up into 12th place, 37 seconds behind the car in front of us. How lovely is that? You can see I have a huge moment there. Just trying to really concentrate at the moment, trying to put in some good laps, or consistent laps at least, so we won't lose it out. At the moment, Call Me Magic is in front of us, only 24 seconds. I guess he pitted in or something like that. He looks like he's on the 2-stop. He's on the softs at the moment, and the 2-stop is super soft, I'm pretty sure. So P12 out of P12, we're still in last place, and if you look on the map at the start-finish line, there's a yellow flag, and it looks like Renault and one of the Williams cars has collided. Don't really know what happened there, but I know it's not very good, and as we come up there, you can see there's a yellow flag. 11 cars are left of the race now. We move up to P10 as well because Van Oofsten is inside of the pits because I don't know if he got front wing damage anyway. So we're in the points now. Van Oofsten is still behind. Van Oofsten is still behind us, but I don't know if he has to make another pit stop. He's on the super soft too. He has to make another pit stop, but he's on the super soft, so he's going way faster than us. At the moment, we're cruising around alone. Not really the most exciting race, but I really feel like driving style is on fleek. Very consistent, very nice, not a lot of mistakes. Very nice flow we're having at the moment. And that really, I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. And now you can see Major Groove is coming out in front of us right there. And the Toro Rosso, he's on the medium tires and he's on new medium. So for the outlap, he will be a bit slower than us. But as he gets his tires heated, you can see he's just gone out in front because he has not won tires. Lap number 23. Out of 36, it's time for us to pit in for the last stop. Onto the super soft tires we go. So relatively quick tires, which will eventually give us more grip, but we'll just have to get used to it because really the flow on the mediums we got into, that was an absolutely insane. Really enjoyed that stint, and it was generally a very nice stint. But now on the super soft tires, we've less fuel, we've more grip, we can go faster, we can challenge people in corners, challenge people in the battles if we get into something, and eventually we'll be able to do it. You can see 3-second time penalty, first one after 25 laps. Quite proud of that, not gonna lie, that we managed to survive that long without getting any penalties. Lap number 28, you can see Call Me Magic right there coming out to the pit lane as well now. And lap before, and now we're calling right up to him. He's on the medium tire, so it makes sense. I think he's on old medium tire, so I don't know if he just came out of the pit lane, because then he would be on super soft. So old medium tires for Call Me Magic, so it should be quite an easy job. We're on new super soft. We go for the outside move in turn 1, kind of like Esteban Ocon, keeping around the outside, and you can see he just has no grip to challenge under acceleration. With 7 laps remaining, we're P9 out of 11. So we're in the points. We'll get 2 points, which is very, very nice. Nice comeback drive, considering that we were quite far behind. We're not even running last of them. I'm getting another exceeding track penalty limit right there, which is very, very, very sad. Lap number 32. Really, I know this race. This race is not really that exciting to look at, but really, if you were there, I mean, it's a really, really nice race. I feel really, really nice. It's really, really nice consistency. This track is really, really. My setup is shit as fuck, but it doesn't matter because the flow was really, really good. The balance in it was quite okay. I had to do a lot of short shifting to not get any wheel spin of the acceleration. But really, it's really boring, really fucking boring to look at. I'm sorry, but that's not the point of every single race. Here we are, going on to the second final lap, but now on to the final lap. And now you have MTW, one man, crossing the line, taking home this championship in the McLaren. Congratulations, giant congratulations. After 20 races, one race before the end, MTW takes home the championship. 31 points in front of Ryder PX and the McLaren. Big congratulations, but here we are, coming over the line to claim an 8th place after a pretty good comeback drive. P8 out of P9, which is pretty good right there. But you can see just at the end, we get promoted up to 7th place. I think the guy in front of us had like quite a big penalty. We have the results coming up right here. He must have had, yeah, there it is. 15-second time penalty. We only had a 3-second time penalty, which means we get promoted to 7th place. After the terrible start we have, I couldn't be more happy about a race result than that, really. 7th place, very, very nice race, very nice flow. Really, really happy about the race, not gonna lie, very, very nice. We have the standings, as you can see right here. MTW has taken home the championship, 33 points in front of MTW. We're running 10th at the moment, and as you can see, it hasn't really been the best season, but we're running 5th in the Constructors. The Constructors is still open, but we'll see that in the next. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it made your day just a little bit better. If not, I will try again tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe and all that shit, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.